Ethan, did Julian come in here?
No. I was just on the phone with Gwen. What's up?
I'm worried. I was talking to Julian about confronting Luis about what I heard him say at the wharf that night.
What, that him caring for you was just an act? And that he was using you from the start?
Yes, Julian was hell-bent against it. He said that he would handle things, and then he just flew out of the library.
You're afraid that Father will retaliate against Luis?
Julian and Alistair were beside themselves that Luis forced me back to Harmony.
Well, they weren't alone. You're the one who charged him with kidnapping.
Well, yes, I mean, I was angry at him. I still am. It's just that...
Just what?
It's just that no matter what Luis did or didn't do, he saved my life. I don't want Julian making things worse for Luis. I wish I knew where Julian went and what he was planning to do.
Crane. I hate to say it, but Father likes nothing more than to kick someone when they're down. Add to the fact that he hates Luis, there's no telling what he's going to do to him.
You know, it's bad enough that Luis was suspended without pay, but now that my brother's hell-bent on making his life more miserable, it's all going to be my fault.
You're worried about Luis?
No, I'm worried about Pilar. I would hate to see her family suffer because of what Luis did to me.
Oh, you mean after he saved your life?
You know, they did not give Luis a right to chloroform me and drag me on a plane against my will. That's kidnapping in anyone's book.
Technically, yes. But if I were Luis's lawyer, I would argue that it was extenuating circumstances. You know, the killers were at large. Therefore, you were in danger. Luis acted to save your life. Again. I mean, a jury would see that as heroic, not criminal.
I had my own police bodyguard. I could have hired my own security, but Luis pulled his macho act before I even had a chance.
Right, so you got angry with him.
Hell yes!
Yeah, so you charged him with kidnapping.
No, Luis has never bent the rules for anyone else, so I just wanted to give him a taste of his own medicine.
Well, you certainly got your wish.
No, Ethan. I wanted to teach Luis a lesson, not land him in prison. I even tried to withdraw the complaint, but it was too late. Kidnapping charges were already in the system, and they couldn't be erased. The situation is out of my hands. But now with Julian involved, it's bound to get even worse.
Sheridan, you don't have to hide your feelings from me. I understand you being worried about Luis. I know you started to care for him until he hurt you.
I am worried about him. And I shouldn't be. I mean, not after the way he acted towards me today when I saw him.
But you went to Boston to see Luis?
Oh, no. I went to go see Pilar at her house. I wanted to tell her in private why I had Luis arrested, but she wasn't there. Luis was. He had been released on bail.
Oh, that must have caught you off guard.
I was angry. I mean, Luis actually had the gall to try to make me out to be the villain in all this. And then he had the nerve to say that he couldn't trust him anymore. And what a hypocrite! How dare he take the moral high road after what I heard him say on the phone about using me?
What, he still doesn't know that you overheard him?
No, I was about to tell him, and then Sam Bennett showed up.
So you came home, you told Father about your run-in with Luis, and now you're afraid of the consequences.
Now with Julian handling things, I shudder to think what'll happen next. There's nothing for me here.
Well, at least you're safe. You know, there are men in Paris waiting to kill you, remember?
I have to go back at some point. I mean, the police need me to testify. I'm the only one who can link Roger and Pierre to Jean-Luc's murder and the drug cartel.
Well, until they're caught, you're staying here in Harmony where you're safe.
All right. Besides, your wedding will be here before we know it, and I can help you with the wedding plans while Gwen's away.
Actually, you know, Teresa's taking care of everything, from flowers to the gown, you name it.
Gwen's lucky that Teresa's here to handle things while she's away.
Yeah. I just thought that Gwen would want to be more involved in planning her own wedding.
Ethan, you sound troubled.
No, it's just... A lot has been happening lately. I wish Gwen was here, you know. That's what we were discussing on the phone earlier. Gwen says she can't get out of her work, or she won't.
Well, you could always go see her. Take the wedding plans with you.
I've tried. I can't get away either.
Look, Ethan, you know that Gwen has always wanted a career and marriage. And with Teresa handling things, there's no reason for Gwen to come back.
Yeah, but Sheridan, I miss Gwen. And I think she should be here right now.
Why, Ethan? Is there something that you're not telling me?
It's about Teresa and me.
What?
I'm afraid I might lose my friendship with her.
Because of what's happened between me and Louise?
No. Because I kissed her.
Kissed Teresa? How on earth did that happen?
I'm still not sure myself. Teresa thought Gwen and I should ride in a horse-drawn carriage from the church to the wedding reception. Maybe kissing Teresa came out of my talk with Chad Harris.
Chad? From the book cafe?
Right, he's playing the music for the wedding, and I told him how hard it would be to be married to someone and in love with someone else. And he thought I was talking about me and Teresa.
But you weren't.
No, that was the farthest thing from my mind. I love Gwen. I want to marry her. I'm going to marry her.
But when Teresa asked you to think about the woman you love, you thought of her and not Gwen. I wonder why.
It's obvious. I was hearing Teresa talk to me about love and marriage. So naturally, I fantasized about her and not Gwen.
Naturally.
Look, I am not in love with Teresa. She's just a friend.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go get some air.
You're right, Ethan. It's too nice a day to be cooped up inside. Ethan?
This is Teresa's. How weird that I'd find it.
Weird how?
Teresa believes in fate. I wonder what she'd say if she knew I found this scarf today, of all days.
Is that because you kissed her earlier? Ethan, did that kiss mean something to you?
No, of course not. I am engaged to marry Gwen.
I'm not judging you. I just want you to be happy.
I am happy. Gwen makes me happy.
Are you sure?
I love Gwen. And I'll always love her, and Teresa knows that. She's not getting any ideas about me if that's what you're worried about. Sheridan? You seem distant all of a sudden. What's wrong?
I was just thinking about that woman who lost her husband at sea. By all accounts, they loved each other deeply. But then one day, before he set sail, they had a terrible fight. Little did they know it'd be the last time they'd ever see each other. No last kiss, no sweet goodbyes. She never forgave herself for the things that she said to him, and she never stopped loving him either. They say she walked here every day, just hoping and praying that he would come back to her, and that she would be able to make things right.
But she didn't. It's too late.
Was it? They say she died down there on the beach, looking out to sea with a smile on her face. And clutched in her hand, in a clump of wet sand, was her husband's wedding ring. So, in the end, they were together again. The kind of love is so rare. I wonder if I'll ever find it.
Of course you will.
I thought I found it with Luis. I thought he was the tall, dark stranger that I have dreamt of so many times. That man that just saves me from all the pain and loneliness, and that just loves me with a passion. But I was wrong. Now there's no reason for us to ever see each other again. I don't want anything to do with him, and definitely doesn't want anything to do with me. I guess from now on, I'm just on my own.